get great ideas for future speeches? How many of you want to give speeches that really appeal to your audience? Okay, great. Then this is going to be the exercise for you today, because you're going to learn to do both. Now, there is a secret to giving powerful speeches. And the secret is that your overall power of a speech is directly proportional to how you're able to connect to your audience. So let me say that again. Your overall power in a speech is directly proportional to how you're able to connect to your audience. In other words, how you connect is how you make people feel about your message, how you make them resonate with what you're saying, how they feel as if you're talking to them directly. I'm talking to Don directly right now. Now, how do you get people to connect to you? The way that I recommend to do it is to ask yourself questions about your audience before you write your speech, before you pick your topic. And the questions that I ask myself are 4 different questions. I ask myself, what does my audience want? What does my audience need? What does my audience know? And what does my audience care about? For this speech right now, I thought to myself, okay, my audience wants to be the best speakers. My audience needs tools and tips to help them accomplish that objective. My audience probably knows that in theory they should connect to their audience, but most of them probably have not been taught how to do that specifically. And my audience cares about delivering the purpose of their speech effectively. That's how I went into this speech specifically, and you can do the same. Now, you have to make some assumptions about your audience to do that, or if you're speaking in front of another group, I highly recommend that you ask whoever is the facilitator of that group to tell you a little bit more about the group. Now, today you're going to have a unique opportunity because you're going to be able to ask your audience directly what they want to hear from you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call up at least 2 people, maybe 3 people, depending on time. You're going to come in front of us, and you're just going to remind us about your background for maybe a minute. For example, I'm Josie, I'm a career transition specialist. I'm passionate about helping youth at risk and people with disabilities, and I love leadership. And then I'm going to say, okay, does anybody have any suggestions on speeches that I can do, either related to what I just said or speeches you want to hear from me that I've never given before but you want me to give? Okay? So raise your hand if you want to come up with a future speech that really appeals to your audience. This is like really important to you. High as you want. Perfect. Okay, so the highest hands I saw were Tim, Jeff, and I believe it was Dawn over here. So those are going to be the 3. Jeff, I'm going to have you come up here and start us off. Tell us about yourself, then ask the audience for suggestions on speeches you can give. And when Jeff is up here, ask her if you can just put 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to let you time yourself.
All I get is 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
That's all.
2 minutes to talk, and then ask for feedback.
Fellow Toastmasters, for many of you may not know that I was a very successful service station business owner years ago. I was in the automotive field for many, many years, and currently I am now a business coach. So I'm now using my business experience to help other people in whatever form of business they have to improve their bottom line. I have a passion for doing this. In fact, many years I was running seminars for the software company I work for that helped. Of course, the software was designed to help our clients improve their business. So I did a lot of business coaching, only was never paid for it. So today, now I'm out there doing that, really make an impact. And of course, as we know, if you don't have any skin in the game, people won't just tend to listen to you. So that is what I do today. And my passion is not just to help people with their business, but also to help them improve themselves. Because if I can help your business, but if you don't help yourself, you're going to have challenges with business. So even though I'm not a life coach, I do tell people I'm going to mess with their brain when I come in and start doing their business coaching. So, and the same thing as a Toastmaster. My goal is to help other people present themselves better in whatever format they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Even though you may not be a manager of a business or somebody that has a high position within a company, you still have to present yourself well to your superiors or to your coworkers. And that's, again, the nice thing about Toastmasters. And what I do as well, I use Toastmasters to help me get better in presenting myself and helping other people become better presenters. So if there's anything that I can present to you or help you as a Toastmaster, or something you'd like to hear me speak about, I would love to share that.
Okay, so just raise your hand on suggestions.
A couple of things. I'm always curious as to how a gas station owner sets prices on gas, how the whole process works. It seems to me that there are wide variations in pricing, and there must be some structure to it that I'm unaware of. That's one thing. That may not be an entire talk, but another thing that I have for you is, I don't know what a coach does. I mean, I know a coach stands on the sidelines with a whistle and he tells the people to go out and do what they're supposed to do on the field, whether it's basketball, baseball, or football. I don't know what a business coach does, and maybe anecdotally, if you could tell us, here's what I did for Joe Blow in his business, and here's how it worked. I think that would be interesting.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And you don't need to take notes because Jessica's going to take notes.
Oh, she is? Okay. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and call on somebody. We have time for maybe one or two more people.
I'd like to hear something random, because when you're talking, Josephine, I was thinking, I already have my bias of what I would have said in the middle of things that I would like to talk about, but I told myself I got called, I'm just going to speak as fast as I can, cover as much stuff as possible, and just try not to have a bias. So you spoke about everything that's most relevant to you now. Like there's something random, like a childhood dream, perhaps. Because Alex told me after he completely bombed on his speech, I wanted to say that while he was here. He said it's really easy for him to speak on biblical stuff that he's used to doing. And when he bombed on his speech about a childhood story, he realized, wow, Toastmasters Group is really helping me become a more well-rounded speaker because it's making me step outside of a comfort zone, a bias to what I would normally like to speak.
Okay, very good. Okay. I can do that. In fact, that's kind of fun to do.
And last.
Any other questions?
Jeff, I know you have Olympians in your family, and I would like to just hear some about that experience as a parent of an Olympian. What kind of things you went through watching your Olympians do what they do, and what kind of sacrifices you had to make that. I think that would be really interesting.
Okay. In fact, I did one several years ago on that. Many of you hadn't heard, but I could recycle that and redo it as well.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Now our second. Okay, Tim, can you come on up here? Tim's doing everything today. Okay, go ahead and talk about yourself.
My name is Tim. I'm 26 years old. I like long walks on the beach. Well, I'm not singing though, so. Anyways, I've been in the customer service industry for almost 26 years old, so about 11 years. I started working for Walmart back when they were doing working permits back when I was 15. Before then, I was working, my first job was a veterinary assistant as far as cleaning the kennels. That's a story in itself. I did that to earn my, because I wanted a puppy. So I started working, that's how I started working, because I had to pay off the vet bills. That was my parents' condition. We'll buy you the puppy, but you're going to have to work to pay off the vet bills. So luckily the doctor was there, was our family friend, so he let me work there under the table and pay it off. From then on, I started working more in customer service until now, and currently. In very different industries, from retail, childcare business, to banking, and to my industrial industry right now. I like to travel. I like the roller coasters. My favorite thing to do. I was scared frantically until my friend forced me onto what's called a boomerang. do not ride a motorcycle. I want to ride a motorcycle. Let me get that going. Let's see. I'm fascinated about technology. It drives my girlfriend crazy sometimes because I talk about it all the time. Oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is what it has. And I brag to my friends, oh, look what I found, look what I found. I'm a movie, like movies left and right. If I have a chance, I just sit down with my dinner and just watch movies on end. I'm overall a down-to-earth kind of guy. I'm pretty easy to get along with. As far as conversations go, I open my mind. I'm very open-minded to every single aspect of the conversation, to any information that could be given out to anyone's life, to diversity of their background, to everything, basically.
And does anybody have suggestions for me? This could probably be a suggestion for anyone here, but at the beginning of your little presentation there, made me think, I think probably everybody has like a great love story, or probably, everybody in here has great love stories. And girls always love to hear love stories, so we would love to hear a love story from your life. And also, that was a suggestion that you gave me after my first speech, where I kind of dipped into it but didn't stick around there too long and kind of moved away. But she wanted to hear that from me, so I'm going to make the same suggestion.
You talked about customer service. You see at Walmart. I'm sure you can probably share some great stories.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
See, you mentioned that you like to keep up with technology. Maybe one of your topics can be update or tell us what is the coolest thing in technology now. Or maybe there is a specific topic that somebody, let's say technology, what is the coolest thing in what you can do in the internet, or using the internet to update yourself or communicate with your friends, or for business.